Yo, what's good, bro? I missed your call. Nah, for sure. I can dig it, man. What's good? Nah, bro, I ain't. You crazy. I ain't doing that. Man, hell nah. Um, what we talking though? Man, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You kind of out of line asking me to do this, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, yeah, yeah. All right, bro. Just one time, bro. I'm not doing it ever again, bro. Real talk. You got one time, bro. Damn. All right. That's all you wanted? That's crazy. Peace, family. Welcome to Shadow Work Sundays MAP, Metaphysical Applications of Purpose. I am the God King Manifest. Gratitude to Source, gratitude to our ancestors known and unknown, and most importantly, gratitude to you. So rock with me. So this episode is actually titled Compromised Acceptance is Toxic. And so, a lot of us end up, being caught up in this vibration of being high vibrational, that it kind of plays in the benefit of others, and they end up being able to manipulate us in that process. And so to accept something, to fully embody it, to fully embrace it, that is actually, accepting that to be your new reality. That is actually you accepting whatever cycles, whatever that manifests into your reality, you are accepting that. And so it is toxic for us to do that based off of someone else's manipulation and allowing someone to take our kindness for weakness, allowing someone to take the part of us that maybe we fear abandonment. Maybe we fear people not accepting us for who we are, but basically all these different things that cause anxiety in our life that keep us in these trauma bonding relationships, we end up creating a false acceptance. So let's step into the classroom for a second, because this is podcast, not podcast, you dig? So the etymology of compromise is to promise, to make a promise. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but, making a promise and, saying I'm gonna do something, and I'm a man of my word or a woman of my word, a god or a goddess of my word, it actually means a lot. You see what I'm saying? So whenever you actually compromise, you're making a promise. And so the word compromise, we already understand that it has a negative connotation on it where it's like you're doing something against your will per se. Or not against your will, but you're doing something beneath the standards in which you deserve. You see what I'm saying? Or that your life requires, you feel me? So understand that is a promise that you're making. So now let's dive into promise. The etymology of promise is actually to put forth. And so when you think about putting forth, that's forward movement. You see what I'm saying? That is actually, the power of will. That's willpower. You see what I'm saying? And so we have mixed compromise, making these promises into pushing forth something or willing something into our life that essentially looks like a wheel. It continues to spin and spin and spin until it loses momentum. But every time you make that promise, you give it more momentum. Every time you compromise, you give more power to the promise. You see what I'm saying? And so if we're compromising, right, and then accepting this compromise, accepting that we're gonna put this forward, as a lot of people say, I stand on it. You see what I'm saying? I stand on business. We're gonna stand on business for toxic things, for things that actually are not serving us. You feel me? That is actually self-sabotage. You see what I'm saying? What is the downfall of actually dealing with this type of mindset? It's actually that you lack self-awareness, you lack self-love, you lack self-discipline, you lack self-accountability, all these things dealing with the self. And what's sad is that this is based off of someone else. This is based off of, it's really them having the ability to manipulate the areas of you that you do lack within self, and then you actually, or we actually, neglect that part of us to actually embody and embrace what is being presented, because for some reason, this is filling some type of void within our life. But they see we need that void, but really you don't. That void should be filled with self-love, self-awareness, self-accountability, self-esteem, true confidence, understanding that whatever you do, no one can do it like you. And that the people that are supposed to be around you will be around you. The people that you are supposed to love, you will be able to love. People that are supposed to love you will love you. But it's not based off of a compromised acceptance. Compromised acceptance is actually us. It's like faking ourselves out. You see what I'm saying? It's like you going left and you're going right. It's a crossover. You're crossing yourself every time that you go into a situation that is not for you, that doesn't benefit you, that is not bringing growth for you, that is actually hurting you, but you accept it because you say, this is my love. So now let's talk about, for a second, being called out. The cold thing about when you make a compromise or you accept something that you're not supposed to accept, and you compromise and make that false promise, they hold you accountable. They call you out. Ain't that crazy? They done manipulated you. You know what I'm saying? They didn't use, you against you, which is technically they didn't do anything because you allowed it to happen. So you put yourself in this position to be played with. And now, as much as that was filling the void, as much as this was a good thing, now it has projected itself back on you, because now they're projecting on you, saying, well, you said you was going to do this, and you said you was going to do this, and you said you was going to do that. And you don't even have the power to do that, because all along from the beginning, you knew this wasn't beneficial for you. You knew this was beneath the vibration that you were operating at now. You knew that this was a karmic cycle. You knew that this was something that was playing itself out over that you had already overcame. You see what I'm saying? But now you got somebody calling you out. When you put in the work, and this is why we can't go into those mindsets and those places to where we go around people, deal with things, accept things that we know damn well that we not gonna stand on. You know what I'm saying? Now you're putting yourself in a position to replay that cycle over and over and over again. You see what I'm saying? And so now you start to code switch backwards. Now you're trying to figure out, how do I give them the compromise and keep my sanity? You see what I'm saying? So now you go into a process to where you start going into bags of addiction, trying to find the things that will bring comfort. You see what I'm saying? You're looking for comfort. You see what I'm saying? So now this situation has caused a domino effect, which is actually what I'm going to speak about in a minute. It has caused a domino effect to now where you make this one compromise, you tell this one person yes, but there's one thing that you know that you shouldn't be doing, and then now the next person calling. Now you compromising over here. Then you know what? Now you say, you know what? I wasn't going to eat meat no more. I was going to exercise. Now you back eating meat. Now you stop exercising, because guess what? Your vibration is not standing on your ground. It's not standing its ground no more. You no longer vibrating commitment. You no longer vibrating dedication. You no longer vibrating self-love. You no longer vibrating self-accountability, because all along your subconscious is telling you, don't do it. You know what you're going to get. You know how they're going to treat you. You know how they vibrate. You know that that's not for you. You know you got something greater. You know this is a trigger, whatever that situation is. So family, stop compromising and accepting things that are beneath the vibration and the place that you're in today. See, I'm gonna say this right here, right? So yesterday you might have dealt with something. You might have kicked it with them, did boom, 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 whatever yesterday. But today you might say, I'm good on that. That's not for me. You see what I'm saying? Give yourself that space and that grace to say, you know what? I can change in an instant. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times we go into the compromised acceptance as well, because we get so caught up in who people say we are and what we did, and we become that over and over and feel like that it's so heavy that I gotta take layers off at a time, when sometimes you need to rip that bandage off, you know what I'm saying, throw that weight off and walk freely. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes those weights are the very thing that make us compromise. So let's take it back to pod class once again. So acceptance actually means to receive willingly. So understand this again, family. You don't have to accept them no matter who they are. You don't have to accept what they offer no matter who they are. You don't have to compromise your life, your standards, your vibration, your healing. You see what I'm saying? Your growth, no matter who they are, family. A lot of times we accept and compromise based off of relationship. You see what I'm saying? We got to get out of relationship and start walking into partnership. You feel me? Start thinking to yourself, what is this person adding to my life? What value are they adding to my life? I'm not talking about finances or money. I'm talking about things that are priceless. What vibration, what part do you play in my life? What type of love? What type of situations are you assisting me with? What type of vibration? How do you inspire me? Inspiration is very important when it comes to our relationships. You feel me? So stop compromising and accepting these things and these people and these vibrations around you and in your environment, in your sacred space that are not for you. Peace, family. Gratitude to source, gratitude to you. You know what I'm saying? Big energy. You already know the vibes. So these vibrations will actually be landing every Sunday at 2:22 p.m. PST. I need everybody to drop a comment in the chat of what you learned from this episode, what vibration you felt from this episode, and also, tap in with each other. You feel me? We are building a tribe. We are one. We are love. We are source. Peace.